Uh, Anyhow, welcome back to this problem or discussions on the problems on transient heat conductions using the lumped system. Yesterday we discussed uh, lumped system of analysis is applicable when Biot number is less than zero point 0.1 with the prediction within the error of 5%. And the Biot number is defined as HLC by K. So LC is nothing but characteristic length, and it is defined as volume by surface area. So yesterday we discussed a slab problem, as well as we discussed long cylinder problem also. Am I right? So now problem 3. Problem number 3 will take. So am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us take the problem number 3. An aluminum sphere of mass of 5.5 kg and initially at a temperature of 290 degrees centigrade is suddenly immersed in a fluid at 15 degrees centigrade. So initial temperature is 290 degrees centigrade. The fluid temperature T infinity we call it is a 15 degrees centigrade. Mass of the sphere is given 2.2 kg. The convective heat transfer coefficient H is given 58 watt per meter square degree Kelvin. He had asked to calculate the time required for the sphere to reach 95 degrees centigrade. So when T of T is equal to 95 degrees centigrade, what is the time required? And the property of the aluminum sphere is given. In case properties are not given, you have to read from the heat transfer data handbook for aluminum, making a note. So this is the percentage of our pure aluminum. For pure aluminum, we are reading the properties like you have to make a note. Now the speciality of this problem is, of course, it is a sphere. The speciality of the problem is he has given the mass, not either diameter. So therefore, mass is given. So you know that mass is equal to density into volume. So therefore, volume you can calculate knowing its density. So therefore, therefore, you can calculate the volume, and once you know the volume, of the sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So therefore, from that you can find out the radius of the sphere. So once you know the radius of the sphere, now you can calculate its characteristic length. So that is LC is equal to volume by surface area. So after simplification, you will get R0 by 3. So if at all you want, you can also calculate the surface area of the sphere, 4 pi r square. And when you substitute here, obviously you will get R0 by 3. R0 means outer radius. So radius of the sphere we got 0.01193 meter. Now next is to calculate Biot number. So Biot number is equal to HLC by K. So once you substitute all those values, H, LC and K, you will get 0.00546, which is obviously less than 0.1. Hence, your Biot number less than 0.1. Hence, lumped system of analysis is applicable or can be adapted. So rest of the thing you know, since the temperature is known to here, so time only you have to calculate it T. So therefore, apply the log on both sides, whatever. So the time required comes to be 998.4 seconds or else 998.4 by 60, you will get 16.64 minute. It requires to reach 195 degrees centigrade from the initial temperature of 290 degrees Celsius. Similarly, let us take the problem number 4, a short cylinder. So now LC, you have to calculate very carefully, as I mentioned, whether it is for long cylinder or a short cylinder. So once they give short cylinder, normally they give length. So therefore, its properties are given. Diameter of the cylinder is given and length is given. Initial temperature 500 degrees centigrade. So initial temperature Ti is given. And to expose to the ambient temperature. Ambient temperature means surrounding temperature. Surrounding temperature we call it as T infinity. So the T infinity is 80 degrees centigrade. And convective heat transfer coefficient 80 watt per meter square degree Kelvin. And determine the temperature of the rod for the time T is equal to 2 minutes after it is exposed. So here you have to calculate the temperature after 2 minutes. So any rest of the things you can calculate later part, like instantaneous heat flow rate, total energy removed during the time T is equal to 2 minutes, maximum energy or heat transfer for the given conditions. I hope all of you have the heat transfer data handbook with you. I think you can see only the equations. You need not to check these values. Values are correct. Only you please check the equations from where we have taken. So here also I have given here, whenever length of the cylinder is given, generally it is to be treated as short cylinder. So for short cylinder, characteristic length, you know, again volume by area, surface area. So this represents the two end surfaces. This represents the circumferential area, PDL or whatever you call. And finally, after substitution, you got it R0 L divided by 2 into R0 plus L. So after substitution, you got characteristic length as 0.012 meter. So with that, we will calculate the Biot number. Biot number obviously comes to be 0.0157. Obviously, it is less than 0.1. Hence, lumped system of analysis can be used. So again, we use the temperature distribution equation for the lumped system. This is the equation we have derived, and here time is known to you. So only the temperature T of T you have to calculate, and after substitution you will get to 416 degrees centigrade. 416 degrees centigrade, you will get it. So now the instantaneous heat flow at the time T is equal to 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So that means what is the amount of heat transfer at exactly at 2 minutes. So for that, you know the equation, Q is equal to Hs into delta T. Delta T means a T of T minus T infinity. So here surface area you want to calculate, this you have calculated, and volume is required for total energy removed. That is why we have calculated volume also. And substituting back to this equation, you will get this heat rate, that is instantaneous heat flow rate. And all these equations are given in your data handbook. You should look into it. And total energy removed is also given as MCP delta T. Remember that. So total energy removed is always change in internal energy. That is nothing but MCP delta T. Delta T means T of T minus Ti. So that means from initial temperature to that temperature to achieve what is the amount of heat rejected from the body. That you have to calculate, and it comes out to be 235.7 joules. This negative sign indicates that heat is rejected from the system. So our short cylinder is the system. So negative sign obviously indicates that the heat is being rejected from the system. Now maximum amount of energy removed. So that is also nothing but Hs delta T. Okay. So this is Hs into T infinity minus Ti. That means the final temperature to achieve from initial temperature is nothing but the initial temperature to the final temperature achieved. So final temperature is achieved for maximum heat transfer is T infinity, that is the surrounding temperature it has to reach. That is why maximum amount of heat transfer is given by this. So this is the amount of maximum heat transfer. Now problem number 5, it is like a little, what you call typical problem, I can say, typical problem. Say example 5, a person is found dead at 5 p.m. in a room which is at 20 degree centigrade. So 20 degree centigrade is the temperature at 5 p.m. when the body was recognized. So therefore this 20 degree centigrade is the T of T, remember that. So temperature of the body measured to be 25 degree when found, so this room temperature is the T infinity, and temperature of the body is measured to be 25 degree. That means the T of T is 25 degree centigrade. The heat transfer coefficient is given 8 watt per meter square degree Kelvin. Modeling body as a cylinder, 30 centimeter dia and 1.7 meter long. Estimate the time of death of that person using the lumped system of analysis and assume the following properties. So remember that these properties are refers to the water property, and before a person died, the temperature was 37 degrees centigrade. So assuming that that human, a person, that person is a healthy person before he died. So the normal temperature of a healthy person is 37 degrees centigrade, you know. So that means your 37 degrees centigrade is the initial temperature. So therefore the D is given. So R naught can be calculated. So L is given. Ti means the initial temperature of the body. So T infinity is the temperature of the body is assumed to be 25 degrees centigrade. This is 20 degrees centigrade. Remember that. This is 20 degrees centigrade room temperature, and the other properties you know. And body temperature when found that, so it is measured to be 25 degrees centigrade. That is the. So now this is the very crude way of finding the time at which any person died. This is a normal way they are going to use in a very normal way. So therefore characteristic length again for the short cylinder, remember that here you have to assume it is a short cylinder. So for short cylinder, characteristic length comes out to be 0.0689 meter. So here he has mentioned, remember that here, that is the note I have given here. Your Biot number may come less than 0.1 or more than 0.1. It is not the matter here. Very specifically he has mentioned that use the lumped system of analysis. So that means irrespective of the Biot number, you have to use lumped system of analysis. That is what he has. Therefore, we have to use lumped system of analysis. So therefore here T of T, you know, 25 degrees centigrade. The surrounding temperature, room temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. Before you die, that is initial temperature to 37 degrees centigrade. Exponential of this is T, and this time is comes out to be 12.2 hours. What does it mean? A person found dead was was his last breath was 12.2 hours before. That is the meaning of that. So obviously 5 p.m. They have recognized. So roughly 12 hours back means morning 5 o'clock they have that person is died. That is the meaning of that. So this is also one of the typical problem. Uh, uh, Normally you will find it's a typical problem. What he has given here, an egg with mean diameter of 40 mm and initially at 20 degrees centigrade, initial temperature is 20 degrees centigrade, is placed in a boiling water in a pan for 4 minutes and found to be boiled to the consumer's taste. Consumer's taste means at what temperature the consumer having satisfactory feelings like. How long should a similar egg for same consumer be boiled when taken from a refrigerator at 5 degrees centigrade? And so therefore first the uh, the uh, consumers satisfied temperature to calculate. First we have to calculate when the egg is in boiling water. Next, when the egg taken from the refrigerator, what should be the time required to reach that you have to calculate. I hope you understood. They have given all these properties. Egg is modeled to be a sphere. So therefore, egg in a water pan. So egg which is in the water pan I have shown here. So initial temperature is 20 degrees centigrade. Boiling water means what will be its temperature? So boiling temperature of water is 100 degrees centigrade. That should be the outside boiling water temperature in the sense T infinity. So in order to get a consumer's taste temperature, I can say, it took 4 minutes. So 4 minutes means 4 into 60, 240 seconds. So characteristic length you have to find out. LC is equal to R0 by 3. So this characteristic length you got this. Now again same procedure. Biot number you calculate by using HLC by K and it comes out to be 0.067 which is less than 0.1. Hence lumped system of analysis can be applied. So therefore from this, so time is in this equation, everything is known except T of T. So therefore T of T you have to calculate. This comes out to be 82.3 degree Celsius. To 82.3 degrees Celsius. Now, egg is taken out from the refrigerator. So refrigerator temperature in the refrigerator, this initial temperature of the egg is 5 degrees centigrade. And again I have to boil in the water. Therefore T infinity again supposed to be 100 degrees centigrade only. So in order to reach the consumer's taste temperature of 82.3 degrees centigrade, what is the time required you have to calculate. So here once again you need not to calculate the Biot number because egg is same, the characteristic length is same. So egg is same means the thermal conductivity of that egg is same. The surrounding is the boiling water only, H is remain same. So therefore need not to bother. Hence we are going to apply this equation and here everything is known except time T. So therefore time required is calculated to be 269 seconds or 4.48 minute it requires. Means if you take a egg which is at 5 degrees centigrade in the refrigerator, if you want to boil in the boiling water, to reach 82.3 degrees centigrade, it take 4.48 minutes. Now, similarly, this is also, I hope you are following it. Problem number 7 is also typical. Why it is typical? Here the hot cylinder is placed in water, and then again it is placed in the air. So therefore, what is the total time required to reach the temperature? You have to find out. So here, a hot cylinder, ingot of 50 mm diameter and 200 mm long. So obviously you have to treat it as a short cylinder. It's taken out from the furnace at 800 degrees centigrade. So it is taken out from the furnace at 80 degrees centigrade means its initial temperature is 800 degrees centigrade and dipped in water until its temperature falls to 500 degrees centigrade. So therefore your T of T when it is in water 500 degree centigrade. Then it is directly exposed to air till its temperature falls to 100 degrees centigrade. So in air, so the final temperature should be 100 degrees centigrade. So in this case, find out the total time required for ingot to reach the temperature from 800 degrees centigrade to 100 degree Celsius. So the properties he has given. So remember here, so whenever you are using water, then the heat transfer coefficient will be different, and whenever you are using the air heat transfer coefficient is going to be different. Then again, the surrounding temperature in water and surrounding temperature of air, they are different. But here he has given that the temperature of air or water, you take it as 30 degrees centigrade. Now, before we consider individually time taken when the cylinder is in water, when the cylinder is in air, first, as usual, you have to find out characteristic length. For short cylinder, characteristic length comes out to be this. The formula is this, and characteristic length comes out to be 0.011 meter. When the cylinder is in water, obviously initial temperature is 800 degrees centigrade, and T of T1 I have used because two different media we are using. So therefore T1 is the time taken in water, T2 is the time taken in air. Total time will be equal to T1 plus T2. Correspondingly, T1 I have used. So surrounding temperature when it dipped in water is 30 degrees centigrade only. Heat transfer coefficient when it is in water is given 200 watt per meter square degree centigrade. So Biot number will be is equal to HLC by K. So here H I have to substitute heat transfer coefficient of water. So after that you will get Biot number 0.037, obviously which is less than 0.1. Hence lumped system can be applied, and from this you will find out what is the time required to reach 500 degree Celsius. Remember, so it comes out to be 4.34 seconds. This is the time required when it is dipped in water to reach from 800 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade. So now the cylinder, you have to keep it in air. So when it is in air, the initial temperature will be the final temperature in the water. Therefore, 500 degrees centigrade only. This is 500 degrees centigrade only. And the final temperature achieving is 100 degrees centigrade. So in air, he has given the surrounding temperature T infinity 30 degrees centigrade, and the heat transfer coefficient for air is given 20 watt per meter square degree centigrade, degree Kelvin, both are same. So here also Biot number you have to calculate, HLC by K, HA you have to use for air. So therefore Biot number comes out to be 0.0037, which is again less than 0.1. Hence, lumped system of analysis is applicable, and again here use the same formula. Only thing that T2 and HA is going to be vary. Remember this. Look here. This is very important. HA is to be written here precisely, and when you do that, obviously you will get T2 will be equal to 167.7 seconds. So, what is the total time taken for the cylinder to reach from 800 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade? So, that will be equal to T1 plus T2. So, it comes out to be 171.94 seconds or 2.87 minutes. Problem number 8 is the combined boundary conditions. One side is in all the previous cases you will find either around the cylinder or on either side of the infinite body, both fluids will be there. That means the same fluid will be there on the both side of the infinite body or around the cylinder. But here one side is the heat flux, another is the convection. For that, how the temperature distribution in the body, this you have given the notes, please refer to it. And this equation we have derived is nothing great. Simply you have to apply general equation. After obtaining the general equation with the help of boundary conditions, these equations you are going to get. Remember. So you have to substitute to these equations. Finally, you will get a temperature at the end of 5 minutes. T of T is equal to 133.1 degrees centigrade. Equilibrium temperature in the sense when the iron box, example is the iron box. So iron box, you are supplying the heat using the heating coil on one side. The other side, the heat is being dissipated to the surrounding by convection. Suppose you are not using the iron box, switch it on and leave it, or else switch it off and leave it. Then obviously this the temperature going to be surrounding when time tends to infinity. The temperature tends to be surrounding temperature. So the surface temperature of the body is same as the surrounding temperature of the fluid. That is how you got to 220 degrees Celsius. Now let us come back to this temperature measurements by using the thermometer. This is a very typical one. As I mentioned, the constant M, that is HAS divided by rho V Cp, or else H by rho LC Cp. If this constant is larger, then the time required to respond either by the thermometer or by thermocouple will be faster. So therefore, the quantity here HAS divided by rho V Cp represent 1 by second, or rho V Cp divided by HS is represent the time. So that we normally treat it as a tau, and that rho V Cp divided by HS is called as the time constant of a thermocouple. Remember that, time constant of a thermocouple. So if the time constant is equal to 1, what is the temperature difference achieved? If time constant is equal to 2, what is the temperature achieved that we are going to see? So now here this equation, remember, is exactly the lumped system analysis equation. Theta by theta is equal to exponential of minus a t by t star. That's all you can say. So at t is equal to t star means for one time constant, these equations are reduced to be 0.368. So what does it mean? Thus, T star is the time required for the temperature change to reach 36.8% of its final value in response to step change in temperature. In other words, the temperature difference would be reduced by 63.2%. The time required by the thermocouple to reach it is 63.2% of the value of the initial temperature difference is called its sensitivity. So next problem we will come to know. So depending upon the type of fluid used, response times for different sizes of thermocouple wires usually vary between 0.04 to 2.5 seconds. That means once you introduce the thermocouple to the media whose the temperature is to be measured, really you have to wait minimum 2.5 seconds. So immediately you should not read it like that is the meaning. Okay, normally sometimes they're going to ask the problems on thermocouples also. So let us take these problems. Problem number 9. The temperature of a gas stream is to be measured by a thermocouple whose junction can be approximated as 1 mm diameter sphere. So this diameter of the sphere, this junction, we can treat it as sphere of 1 mm diameter. The properties of the junction is given, rho K Cp is given, and the convective heat transfer coefficient H is given. Determine how long it will take for the thermocouple to read 99% of the initial temperature difference. 99% of the initial temperature difference means, so your T of T minus T infinity divided by Ti minus T infinity should be 1 by 100. 99% means 1, so remaining is 1. That means 1%. So here also, that is what it is mentioned here very clearly. You should be very careful. So 99% means the remaining percent you have to take for calculations. In the thermocouple particularly, you should know it. So R0 is given. So therefore, since the bead of the thermocouple is assumed to be a sphere, the characteristic length is equal to R0 by 3, and it is calculated to be 1.67 in 10 to the power of minus 4 meter. Hence, you're going to calculate the Biot number, and the Biot number again by HLC by K, and it is calculated to be 0.001, which is obviously less than 0.1. Hence, lumped system can be adapted. So here, T of T minus T infinity divided by T0 minus T infinity. Remember that T0 is same as Ti, which is equal to exponential minus H by rho LC Cp into T. So here he has given T of T minus T infinity divided by T0 minus T infinity is equal to 1%. So 99% means remaining is the 1%. So therefore 1% difference will be equal to exponential of this. So therefore time required is 10 seconds. So what does it mean actually then? Therefore we must wait at least 10 seconds for the thermocouple, for the temperature of the thermocouple junction to reach or approach within 99% of the initial junction temperature difference. So 10 seconds if you wait, so then 99% of the initial temperature it is going to reach. That means 99% means remaining is 1%. So therefore T of T minus T infinity divided by Ti minus T infinity will be equal to 1%, that is 1 by 100. So that is how we have calculated. Similarly, this problem, a thermocouple junction of a spherical form is to be used for measuring the temperature of a gas stream. H is equal to is given, and thermocouple thermal conductivity is given 20 watt per se, and C is nothing but a Cp value, and rho density. Calculate the following. Junction diameter needed for thermocouple to have thermal time constant of 1 second. Your tau star is equal to 1 second. And time required for thermocouple junction to reach 198 degrees centigrade if the junction is initially at 25 degrees centigrade and is placed in a gas stream which is at 200 degrees centigrade. So this values you know. So junction diameter you have to find out for response of one time constant. So therefore your tau star is equal to thermal time constant 1 second, and characteristic length you know R0 by 3. So therefore tau star is equal to rho v Cp by Hs, or else rho Lc Cp divided by H. This is will be equal to, he has given the tau star 1. So obviously the diameter only you don't know here, or the radius only you don't know here. So therefore radius is calculated. So therefore junction diameter of thermocouple bead is calculated to be 0.706 mm. Look here, 0.067 mm. Now time required, here is surrounding temperature, gas stream temperature means surrounding temperature 200 degrees centigrade, and initial temperature of the junction is 25 degrees centigrade, and the achieved temperature is 198 degrees centigrade. So for that, what is the time required you have to calculate. So for that, again, anyhow you know this RC already, R0 you have calculated, therefore RC LC calculate, and the Biot number is calculated to be 0.00235, which is less than 0.1. So here again Biot number is less than 0.1, hence lumped system of analysis is applicable. Now again use the temperature distribution equation here, and here in order to find out the time, I have applied here ln on both sides. So therefore ln of Tt minus T infinity divided by Ti minus T infinity is equal to minus T divided by tau star. So from this, what is the time required you will calculate, where T is equal to, or T2, this is actually T is equal to 4.47 seconds. So therefore, so in order to achieve 98 degrees centigrade with that diameter of the bead, I have to wait 4.47 seconds. That is the meaning of that. Similarly, this problem is also given. Please go through it.